So if you have a 2015 Subaru Legacy, I think mine's premium, that the shifter light indicators have gone out, hopefully I can help you here. This is the part you're going to need. 35170A L00A Subaru part. You're going to get this whole piece, but what I'll show you then is there's a little circuit board with a LED emitter under here and up here. And what you can do is pop this open and just replace the emitters. I think that'll keep me from having to take the gear shift knob off. Not sure how this one comes off. I know I could reach this one to replace. This one probably have to put the car in park and pull the gear shift back to get in under here. So to get this silver piece off, silver gray piece off, there's I think 4 tabs somewhere on this side that I'm going to pop open and take the gray piece off to get down to the circuit boards. So really all I had to do is stick a screwdriver down behind her and that board slid out, and now I'll take it out completely and then disconnect the electrical connection. Okay, so this one up here was a little tougher. I had to release the wires from underneath these plastic prongs, and here the wire was up in here to loosen up the end. The board was in here, and I did have to use 2 hands and put a screwdriver here to spring this prong a little bit, and at the same time I was pulling up on the board with the needle nose. And just be careful with these boards. Try to stay on the printed circuit part, the fiber part, and don't get on the contacts and anything. Just be gentle. So the second thing you want to do is get these side pieces off that are on either side of your compartment in there, your junk compartment. And you see the retainer clips. And when this was on, I took I wasn't sure how it came off, so I ended up taking my little fat thick screwdriver and getting in here and popping. So that should come off. I think I popped it from the inside without having to mess up something that might be seen on the outside. So one on either side, and I'm done at this point, but I think there you go. And they just click back in, and same thing on the other side, and there you go. So to get this trim piece off to get in under to the lights, go in your compartment and pull this thing out first. Screwdriver or something, you'll be able to get an edge on it, and pull this out, because inside here, I can't see very well, inside here, this piece that's going to have to pop up is kind of like there's some tabs that go down in it. So take this out first, and then use a pry device, whether it's a screwdriver or a putty knife or something like that, and you're going to pop like here and here, because you can see the tab back here and the other locking tab here, and the same thing on the left side. But then there's also a tab here, and that was laying down like on this big screw. I think I ended up popping it here, and of course over on the other side, and then this end of it releases. It's a little trickier to get this thing going. So it's all up, it's all loose now. And what we can do is pull this up and over, I'm going to pop the armrest up, and then you can take this off. There's still wires underneath, but I'll be able to lay it over here and then get to the emitters. So if you put your keys in the ignition and the brake on and pull the stick back to like neutral, you can then, and your armrest up, you have enough room to pull this up and lay it over here. Realize there's a bundle of wires that comes out of here, so you're not going too far with it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these 4 pieces off like I did on the new one, so I can take this silver gray panel off and get to the emitters. Well, there's one changed, and let there be light. I hope you can see that red LED lighten up. It'll go across to light the indicators underneath, and I think the one in the front's going to be a little tougher to mess around with, so we'll see how that goes. Sorry I can't give you a play-by-play. So I replaced the front one. I kind of released the wire that goes to the first one I did here, so the wire underneath here would release a little bit, and I was not able to get this connector off until you actually pull the board out. So, but releasing these wires that are tensioned in around here helps you to do that. And putting the board back in, I had to line it up and then get a screwdriver back behind where this middle prong was kind of tight. Had to flex it back a little bit to get the board to slide straight down into its slot, but it's there. Just be careful on the boards. I don't know if I can show you this too well. I guess if you do choose to have to run the wires from that whole part, you know, they run down the left side here, and they ultimately go around and have to, I guess, be plugged into this connector down there. I just kind of wanted to avoid having to do that because I have some marks on my, try to clean a little bit, marks on my thing, but I think they're hidden when the black piece goes on for the most part. So, you know, I did have to put the car ignition in and pull the shift back to like neutral to be able to move this plate out of the way to make this replacement. So just watch you don't go rolling anywhere. I'm on a hill here, so I kept my foot on the brake and the parking brake's on, but